You know me, SDMT. We got some big news right here, man. We've been waiting, man. Big news, big fight, a lot going on. But before we get to it, man, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications, man. Join the gang, SDMT gang, man. I got a lot of fire sports topics, NFL and UFC and MMA. So I got to keep y'all, you know what I'm saying, getting the news and getting the hottest takes on what's going on in sports. So we got to get to it, man. We've all been waiting to find out who is Jake Paul fighting next. You know what I mean? Jake Paul has caused a lot of controversy in MMA and boxing and just overall social media and everything, man. He's a genius how he's trolled everyone into getting everyone's attention. Before, everybody was saying ignore him. Now people were trying to find somebody to beat him. You know what I mean? And who he's fighting next is somebody that's pretty much been begging to fight him. So he has to win. You know what I mean? Definitely has to get this win. So we look at it. We look at who he's fighting next. It's going to be Tyron Woodley, man. This is huge right here. This is a legit striker, legit fighter. You know what I mean? We look at Tyron Woodley. He's definitely been on the slide. He lost like 4 or 5 fights in a row. He got cut from UFC, so he's definitely in a not in the best position in his career, but he still is UFC champion. He's knocked out a lot of guys. He has a lot of power in that right hand, but he relies on it too much and doesn't put his punch together, which may leave an opening for somebody like Jake Paul to take advantage of. Tyron Woodley's been on social media begging for this fight, said he's chasing down Jake Paul and Jake Paul's homies ain't really from the hood and all this extra stuff. I don't think Tyron Woodley's from the hood either, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Tyron Woodley's been begging for this fight, and you know he has it, but he cannot lose this fight. Tyron Woodley cannot lose this fight. If he loses this fight, this is going to hurt his legacy. I'm sorry, I don't care. You lose to Jake Paul in a boxing match, it's going to hurt your legacy. You already lost the end of your career, went on a losing streak. And now we look at this. You got to win this fight. You got to win this for the MMA community. You got to win this for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see Jake Paul get knocked out and lose. So we look at Jake Paul. This is a legit test for him. If he beats Tyron Woodley, even at this advanced age, he's going to have to garner more respect. You know what I mean? He's been putting the work in. He's been boxing. He's been working with pros and sparring. So he definitely has gotten better in these last 3 years at being a boxer. So he's going to be a little bit more seasoned than Tyron Woodley in a boxing ring. Tyron Woodley has power, but he's not going to have those UFC gloves on anymore. He's going to have boxing gloves. So that's going to take away some of that power. And Jake Paul's a big man. He's 6 foot, around 200 pounds. So he's not fighting at 170. It'll be interesting to see what weight they agree to fight at as well. Will Tyron Woodley come up to 190, or will they meet in the middle at 185 or 180 or something? So we got to look at this, man. Jake Paul gets a legit fight. A lot of people have been asking for it. He wins this fight, he gets a lot of respect. He loses this fight, he still gets a lot of respect, because who expects him to win against somebody like Tyron Woodley, a former UFC champion? So this is very interesting. Jake Paul did say he had a talk with Trump on the phone, and now he's calling out the black fighters. You know what I mean? So he got a lot of hate for calling out Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? We know how that goes. That's day one right there. But now Jake Paul wants to go after Tyron Woodley. And at the end of the day, Tyron Woodley's been begging for this fight. So Tyron Woodley, you got to get this win for the MMA community. For a lot of people in the world that want to see Jake Paul lose, you got to beat him. It can't be close. You got to sleep him. You got to knock him out. You got to be dominant. If you lose this fight, Tyron Woodley, it's a wrap. Your career is definitely going to look bad at the end. And, you know, you went out bad. You went out real bad. So it's a big money fight. It's a big opportunity. This is huge. It's going to be on Showtime. Jake Paul got this huge Showtime fighting deal. So this is great for his career. It's a lot of money, big bag. Tyron Woodley gets a big bag after leaving UFC. So this is great for him. And this is huge. You know what I mean? We've seen Jake Paul slowly work his way up to the point where he's now fighting a former UFC champion in Tyron Woodley. Now, if he gets this win, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who do you got? Who do you favor? Triple C came out and said he would favor somebody like Jake Paul over Tyron Woodley. I kind of can see that, because Tyron Woodley, he relies on his right hand power so much, and Jake Paul, can put his punches together. You know what I mean? He's working with boxing and boxers. So Tyron Woodley can't just sit on that right hand. That's what kind of hurt him at the end of his career. He just kept trying to knock guys out. He wasn't using his wrestling. He wasn't putting punches together. He wasn't using his leg kick. He has a lot of ability, but he just wanted to knock everybody out. He was really trying to wait for a perfect moment to knock people out. And a lot of times it didn't come. He got wore out and he got picked apart or, you know what I'm saying, or wrestled. So we got to look at it, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on my notifications, man. Jake Paul against Tyron Woodley, man. That's crazy. And that's a wrap on SDMT.